Welcome back to Random Facts to Scratch Your Brain, the place where curiosity comes to life. Today, we've got a wild ride planned for you as we dive into 101 random facts about everything, from mind-blowing science and quirky history to jaw-dropping pop culture and beyond. We've got something to surprise everyone. So sit back, grab a snack, and let's get ready to fill your brain with facts you never knew you needed. Ready? Let's jump right in. Number 1. A kiss stimulates 29 muscles and chemicals that cause relaxation. Women seem to like light and frequent kisses, while men like them more strenuous. Number 2. Birds require gravity to swallow. Birds cannot chew their food, and instead swallow their prey whole. The esophagus of a bird is wide enough to swallow larger meals. They depend on gravity to push their food down the esophagus, and then later be propelled into their stomachs. Number 3. According to tests made at the Institute for the Study of Animal Problems in Washington, D.C. dogs and cats, like people, are either right-handed or left-handed, that is, they favor either their right or left paws. Number 4. The average bear will have 42 teeth. Each adult bear will have a total of 42 teeth. This includes 4 prominent and curved canine teeth, 12 incisors, 16 premolars, and 10 molars. The claws on the bear's feet are relatively shorter than their teeth. Number 5. The most commonly used letter in the English alphabet is E. The second most common letters are T, A, I, N, and O. The least used letter in the English alphabet is the letter Q. Number 6. If a statue in the park of a person on a horse has both front legs in the air, the person died in battle. If the horse has one front leg in the air, the person died as a result of wounds received in battle. If the horse has all 4 legs on the ground, the person died of natural causes. Number 7. It costs more to buy a new car today in the United States than it cost Christopher Columbus to equip and undertake 3 voyages to and from the New World. Number 8. Around 8% of the world population has an extra rib. This is known as the cervical rib, and it comes from the 7th cervical vertebra. This is considered a congenital abnormality that is located above the normal first rib. There is a 1 in 500 chance that a person will be born with this condition. Number 9. The majority of plant life is located in the ocean. There are around a total of 230,000 known species in the ocean, and around 2 million more species are left undiscovered. Most of the plants found in the ocean are kelp, seaweed, seagrass, and algae. Marine plants are divided into 3 categories: euphotic sunlee, dysphotic twilight, and aphotic midnight. Number 10. The number of U.S. states that claim test scores in their elementary schools are above the national average is 50. Number 11. A cat spends most of its life sleeping. A cat will spend an average of 15 hours a day sleeping. Some cats can sleep longer, to a total of 20 hours a day. These felines do most of their sleeping during the day, as they are generally active during the night. Number 12. More than 2 billion pencils are manufactured each year in the U.S. If these were laid end to end, they would circle the world 9 times. The average lead pencil will draw a line 35 miles long, or write approximately 50,000 English words. Number 13. Spiders are not insects. All insects are classified as 6-legged creatures with a head and thorax and wings. Spiders are arachnids and only have 2 body parts: the cephalothorax and its 8 legs, and its abdomen. Number 14. Australia is the only continent without an active volcano. The nearest active volcanoes are located off the continent of Australia, but are still within its territory. One is located on Head Island and the other on McDonald Islands. The reason why Australia does not have any active volcanoes located on the continent is that it isn't on a plate boundary. Number 15. The sixth sick. Sheik's sixth sheep's sick is said to be the toughest tongue twister in the English language. Number 16. The first fax machine was patented in 1843, 33 years before Alexander Graham Bell demonstrated the telephone. Number 17. A law passed in Nebraska in 1912 set hard rules of the road. Drivers in the country at night were required to stop every 150 yards, send up a skyrocket, then wait 8 minutes for the road to clear before proceeding cautiously, all the while blowing their horn and shooting off flares. Number 18. The fortune cookie was invented in America. The first person in the U.S. reported to serve fortune cookies is Makoto Hagiwara from San Francisco. The first recorded use of serving fortune cookies was dated in the early 1890s. Number 19. Rats multiply so quickly that in 18 months, 2 rats could have over 1 million descendants. Number 20. A giraffe cleans its ears with its tongue. This is one of our most surprising. Did you know facts about these tall creatures? A giraffe's tongue is over 1.5 feet long or 21 inches. They also use their tongues to get around thorns and acquire the leaves they want to eat. Number 21. Sponges hold more cold water rather than hot. This is mainly due to the effect of heat on water on a molecular level. Cold and hot water will have two different densities, and as such, their molecules will react differently when in contact with an object. The water molecules, or colder water, tend to move slower and do not go in opposite directions from each other. Number 22. Some dogs can predict when a child will have an epileptic seizure and even protect the child from injury. They're not trained to do this. They simply learn to respond after observing at least one attack. Number 23. If you have 3 quarters, 4 dimes, and 4 pennies, you have $1.19. You also have the largest possible amount of money in coins without being able to make change for $1. Number 24. You share your birthday with 19 million people. On average, a person will share a birthday with 19 million other people from a population of over 7 billion. If you were born on the least common day of the year, you would still share the same birthday as 18 million people. Number 25. Ducks cannot walk without bobbing their heads. Ducks often bob their heads to signify moods or emotions. At times, it may also be used to signify flirting during the mating season. Number 26. Every year, 16 million gallons of oil run off pavement into streams, rivers, and eventually oceans in the United States. This is more oil than was spilled by the Exxon Valdez. Number 27. Retired basketball sensation. Michael Jordan makes more money from Nike each year than all the Nike factory workers in Malaysia combined. Number 28. The human tongue heals the fastest compared to all body parts. This is due to the rich supply of blood that circulates the tongue. It may also be because the mouth is constantly replenishing your taste buds. Number 29. Depression is the most common mental illness. Second to this is anxiety disorders. More than 264 million people of all ages today suffer from depression. Number 30. A study from Harvard University finds that having no friends can be just as deadly as smoking. Both affect levels of a blood-clotting protein. Number 31. The same brain cycles that occur when asleep still happen when you're awake, but in smaller sections, meaning parts of your brain are always falling asleep. Number 32. A person will sleep an average of 25 years in their lifetime. The average time a person sleeps at night is around 8 hours. People also spend an average of 7 years trying to go to sleep. Number 33. Apples wake you up more than coffee in the morning. This is because of the high amounts of sugar that is found in apples. The vitamins from the apples also have similar effects to caffeine, thus making you feel more awake. Number 34. A group of frogs is called an army. They can also be called a chorus or colony. A group of toads, on the other hand, can be called a nest or a knot. Number 35. Only primates, humans, and opossums have opposable thumbs. Out of these, the opossum is the only one with no thumbnail. Number 36. Although there is currently no drug proven to make someone tell the truth, some countries like Russia, Canada, and India use truth serums. Number 37. Monopoly is the most played board game in the world. Over 275 million Monopoly board game sets have been sold worldwide. It has also been translated into 47 other languages apart from English. Number 38. Women buy 96% of candles produced. According to a survey, 4% of men who buy candles are either buying it as a gift or for a female they are related to. Number 39. Jack Daniel, the founder of the whiskey, died from kicking a safe. When he kicked it, he broke his toe, which got infected. He eventually died from blood poisoning. Number 40. China originated papermaking. The first papermaking process was documented during the 25–20 CE Eastern Han period. At some point during the 8th century, Chinese papermaking spread to the Islamic world, which later on was used as a method of making paper currency. Number 41. Hugging trees is forbidden in China. Here's one of our weirder, did you know facts? Hugging trees was forbidden after the mass tree hugging that occurred outside of China's imperial garden. The Chinese government speculated that the tree huggers were part of a suspicious cult and banned the activity in the country. Number 42. The Black Death killed so many people in the 14th century that the world population did not recover to pre-plague levels until the 17th century. Number 43. IKEA is an acronym that stands for Ingvar Kamprad Elmtoryd Agunarid, which is the founder's name, the farm where he grew up, and his hometown. Number 44. The staple food of 50% of the world population is rice. Over 3.5 billion people rely on rice for more than 20% of their daily calorie intake. Number 45. 70% of the world's toys are made in China. Other countries like Japan only produce 19% of goods that are shipped internationally. Most manufactured toys are made from materials, such as traditional plastics to wooden toys. Number 46. The highest recorded fall without a parachute happened in 1972 at 30,000 feet. The victim, Vesna Volovi, was in the hospital for 16 months after the fall. Number 47. India owns over 200 million cows. The cow is greatly worshipped and taken care of in India. In Hinduism, it is considered that the cow is a sacred symbol of life and therefore should be protected and revered. Number 48. Gold never tarnishes. This is because it is chemically inert. This means that it does not react to the oxygen found in the atmosphere. Number 49. The number of stars on the EU flag doesn't represent anything. 12 stars were chosen as a number with no political association and as a symbol of unity. Number 50. Pit bulls rank high among the most affectionate and least aggressive dogs. Pit bulls are only aggressive when forcibly trained as such, usually for illegal dogfighting. Number 51. Owls cannot move their eyes sideways. This is because their eyes are too big to move in any direction. Instead, they turn their heads to see what is around them. The owl can turn its head 270 degrees. Number 52. Germany borders 9 countries. These countries include Austria, Poland, Denmark, Switzerland, the Czech Republic, France, Luxembourg, Belgium, and the Netherlands. Number 53. There are more chickens in the world than there are people. Chickens are mainly bred primarily as a source of food. Others may keep them as pets as well. Number 54. Invented in 1923, Q-tips were originally called baby gays, then Q-tip baby gays, then finally, just Q-tips. The Q stands for quality. Number 55. Standing around burns calories. On average, a 150-pound person burns 114 calories per hour while standing and doing nothing. Number 56. People laugh an average of 10 times a day. Laughter has many benefits, such as being able to lower blood pressure and reduces stress hormones. It also triggers the release of endorphins and produces a general sense of well-being. Number 57. The pea is the oldest known vegetables. Historians have found traces of its origins, dating back as far as the Stone Age. Since then, it has been heavily cultivated and consumed. Number 58. Snoop Dogg's real name is Cortazar Calvin Broadus Jr. His Snoop Dogg nickname came from his mother, who thought he looked like Snoopy from the Peanuts. Number 59. The United States Department of Agriculture says the official definition of a sandwich is at least 35% cooked meat and no more than 50% bread. Number 60. The most followed sport in the world is soccer. An estimated 4 billion fans are active in supporting the soccer community. This is more than half of the total world population. Number 61. The human liver has 500 functions. This is also the only vital organ inside the human body that is capable of regenerating. Some of the more well-known functions of the liver is producing bile that helps in the process of digestion. Number 62. Selfies now cause more deaths than shark attacks. It is estimated there are 28 selfie-related deaths per year, with the leading cause being heights. Number 63. There are more people in the UK than in Canada, Australia, Norway, and Iceland combined. The UK population is over 65 million. Number 64. A fly will always launch backward to get away faster. Fruit flies can turn midair by shrugging their shoulders. Research has also found that a fly can process information at a much faster speed compared to humans. The average fly can process the ongoings of its surroundings 7 times faster than a human being can. Number 65. The motto on the United Kingdom's royal coat of arms is in French. The motto is Dieu et mon droit, which means God and my right. Number 66. Bookworms are actual insects that bore holes in books. A major book-feeding insect is a paper louse that feeds on microscopic mold in poorly kept books. Number 67. Ice rinks will always go counterclockwise. This is because the majority of people are right-handed. Those who do not know how to skate will often grab onto the railings on the outermost side of the ring. Number 68. Bulls run faster uphill than downhill. This is mainly because they have longer hind legs than front legs. Their legs are also very powerful and can run at speeds of 35 miles per hour. Number 69. Moths do not have stomachs. This may be because most species of moths do not eat at all. Some moths, such as the Luna moth, emerges from its cocoon and never eats. This species lives for about a week long. Number 70. Animal Planet aired 2 fake documentaries that proved mermaids exist. So many people thought it was real that the U.S. government issued an official statement about it. Number 71. Even though smoking has been banned on airplanes, ashtrays are mandatory on every plane. This is for safe disposal in case someone breaks the law. Number 72. MIT, often cited as one of the world's most prestigious universities, puts almost all of its course materials online for anyone to access for free. Number 73. The Dead Sea is an inland lake. It runs along Jordan's western edge and can be traveled to within an hour from Amman. The Dead Sea is also linked to Aqaba by the highway, which makes it accessible to most people living nearby. The area. Number 74. One horse can have approximately 15 horsepower. Horsepower is about 746 watts. The term was coined in the late 18th century. Number 75. Cold showers have more health benefits than hot or warm showers. These include improving circulation, stimulating weight loss, and easing depression. Number 76. Clean snow will melt slower than dirty snow. This is because dirty snow will absorb more energy from the sun. Slightly cleaner but dusty snow, on the other hand, can reflect 50 to 60% of the sun's energy. Number 77. For nearly 60 years, Texas didn't have an official state flag between 1879 and 1933. During that time, the Lone Star flag was active, but the unofficial flag. Number 78. A caterpillar has more muscles than a human being. A caterpillar has over 4,000 muscles in its body. The head of the caterpillar alone holds over 248 individual muscles, and over 70 muscles control each body segment. Number 79. Chalk is edible. Chalk is not toxic, but digesting large amounts is still not advisable. Eating your classroom chalk is also not advised. Number 80. Volvo invented the three-point seatbelt, then gave the invention away for free. They decided it was too important of an invention to keep to themselves. Number 81. Sour Patch Kids are from the same manufacturer as Swedish Fish. The red Sour Patch Kids are the same candy as Swedish Fish, but with sour sugar. Number 82. A second is called a second for a reason. The first division of an hour is by minutes. If you divide minutes, the next measurement is by seconds. The term seconds derives its name from being the second way to split an hour. Number 83. Watching TV burns more calories than sleeping, but it's not by a lot. Watching TV only burns 10% more calories than sleep. Number 84. Plants do a lot for your room aside from making you happier. Rooms with plants have up to 60% less airborne mold and bacteria. Number 85. You spray 2.5 drops of saliva per word. The average talker sprays 300 microscopic saliva droplets per minute. Number 86. I am is the shortest complete sentence in the English language. I am is a complete sentence because it has a subject I and a predicate am. Number 87. In ancient Greece, throwing an apple to a woman was a symbolic declaration of love, and to catch it was to show acceptance of that love. Number 88. Junk food is as addictive as drugs. The struggle to quit and the tendency to lose control may sound like a drug problem, but it's a similar problem for junk food. According to AS study, eating junk food has a similar effect on brain activity as narcotics do. This phenomenon is more common with highly processed food such as fast food and instant food. Number 89. If you open your eyes in a pitch black room, the color you'll see is called Eigengrau. Number 90. Salt used to be a currency. For ancient civilizations, salt was so valuable that the Romans used it as money. They even paid their soldiers in salt rations instead of money. Number 91. 4 out of 5 children recognize the McDonald's logo at 3 years old. These kids can recognize the golden arches before they even know their own names. Number 92. Dogs can be allergic to humans, specifically their dander. While being treated for this allergy, it can take up to 12 months for a dog to recover. Number 93. The Burj Khalifa is so tall you can see 2 sunsets from it in one day. You can see the sunset happen at ground level, and then if you get the elevator all the way up the building, you can see it set again from the top. Number 94. Mr. Potato Head used to be made of actual potato. When Mr. Potato Head was first released in 1952, the toy only included eyes, noses, and mouths. For the potato body, kids were expected to provide their own. However, due to the possible safety hazards of the sharp pieces, the plastic body was provided in 1964. Number 95. The Rubik's Cube is the best-selling toy of all time. Since it was introduced in 1980, over 350 million Rubik's Cubes have been sold. Number 96. Ice cream warms the body. It might make perfect sense to eat ice cream when you're feeling hot, but it actually does the opposite to our bodies. The high fat content in ice cream warms us. up rather than cooling down the body as it metabolizes. Number 97. All astronauts going to the International Space Station have to learn how to speak Russian. This is because astronauts traveling to the ISS must hitch a ride with Russian cosmonauts, and the controls of their Soyuz spacecraft are in Russian. Number 98. An ant can't die from falling. Because of their incredibly small weight and rock-hard exoskeleton, an ant's terminal velocity isn't enough to harm it upon impact. Number 99. Underground is the only English word that begins and ends with the letters UND. Number 100. Before trees existed, Earth was covered with giant white mushrooms. These huge fungi were 24 feet tall and 3 feet wide and covered most of the Earth's surface before trees existed. Number 101. Amazon box sizes aren't just random. Sometimes Amazon ships small items in big boxes. However, it's not a mistake or a random fluke. Amazon has an algorithm for shipping, which decides how all items should fit together. This algorithm is why you may sometimes receive a huge box for little items. It prevents the items from sliding around and colliding with each other. And there you have it, 101 random facts about everything. Thanks for joining us on this whirlwind tour of trivia. I hope you learned something new, had a laugh, or at least found a fun fact to share with your friends. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell so you never miss another dive into the world of wonder. Got a favorite fact or one I missed? Drop it in the comments below. I'd love to hear it. Until next time, stay curious. Stay awesome, and I'll see you in the next video.